Well, it is 2026, and in my opinion, I believe that the wrestling world is mentally unstable. Dude, I think I speak for everyone when I say it is hard to be a mainly WWE fan. And I have not been making content on wrestling, frequently, rapidly, whatever. So the last video I ever did, well, it's not gonna be forever. The last video that's on my channel was the reaction of WrestleMania 42's main event, which was absolutely an all-time classic. CM Punk and Roman Reigns absolutely delivered, and they put on a masterclass. But tonight, well, it's nighttime wherever I'm recording, I am gonna do something fun. I'm gonna do something that I wanted to do for a long time. I got this little microphone off of Zero Records. I might just hold it like this. Anyway, so let's go back. April of 2013. Baby Renegade was 7 years old. I just got into wrestling due to my stepfather introducing me into the world of professional wrestling, and now he won't shut up about it. He calls me every day. And not to say that I'm ashamed of stepping back from it. I don't mean to step back. I catch the highlights of it, but I have no desire to, watch the current product. I am really burnt out, and not just WWE, but just wrestling in general. I don't want to say I'm growing out of it because fucking look, guys. Come on. I would never grow out of this. But, it made me think about the good times. I can't believe it, man. I'm already talking about the good times that we had it. But, okay, I gotta be honest, this video wouldn't have happened if I did not buy this DVD. So, I made a short showing you guys that I went to Zero Records, I bought a couple items, couple video games for the PS3. I bought WrestleMania 29 because it's my first ever WrestleMania that I watched twice in a lifetime. Well, back then when I was 7. Didn't know what twice in a lifetime even was. And I was watching it a couple nights ago, and I thought to myself, what if I did a look back at WrestleMania 29? And of course, I've seen many other YouTubers do many other look back at certain things in professional wrestling games, objects, anything. I don't know. And I'm like, alright, I'm watching it. Why not? Let's come back to my childhood. Let's come back to the world where I was introduced to professional wrestling. My first WrestleMania I've ever witnessed, WrestleMania 29. Let's do this. Alright, I'm really doing a damn PowerPoint. What is wrong with me, dude? My YouTube channel is slacking. Okay, WrestleMania 29. I could be one of the most confusing, underwhelming WrestleManias of all time. I am not going to sit here and defend WrestleMania 29 just because it was my first ever WrestleMania I've ever watched. My little 7-year-old self. I'm not going to sit here and defend and say that this is the greatest show ever. But to me, WrestleMania 29, WrestleMania 29 will be highly considered one of my favorites. Very near to my heart, and I think it deserves a look back for the channel and for my 7-year-old self. So we're gonna do it, and I have no idea where to start. So wait, let's do this. Hold on. Okay. I'm really prepared for this. Okay. I mean, look at the match types here. It's not gonna show yet. Look at the match types here. We got, on card, it's not the best Mania ever. But let's look at the match types on match cards. The Shield making their WWE debut. That looks so stupid. I look so dumb. I'm doing like a damn PowerPoint presentation. I reacted like, give me a break, I'm gonna die. Okay. So, full disclosure, I did watch the show when I bought the DVD a couple days ago. I decided to watch it because why am I gonna buy and not watch it? That's stupid. Which is why I thought of this video idea. Okay, so let's kick it off. We got the 6-man tag team match between Randy Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show. Debuting 3 generational talents that will last a career lifetime in the world of professional wrestling. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, now known as Moxley, and AEW. Little did we know that they would, change the landscape of this business. I'm really doing a PowerPoint. Alright, you know what, whatever, let's go on. Alright. So they have the match, typical 6-man tag team match, multi-man match to kick off the shows. They do their thing, they have fun. Big Show goes full Big Show, turns heel, because why the fuck not? And, the Shield picks up the win, cementing the Shield as one of the greatest factions of all time now. Under the units of, back then, Seth Rollins, who is now a generational visionary, stealing the show. And we got Roman Reigns, now World Heavyweight Champion, starting his own bloodline dynasty, starting his own legacy. It was a pretty good showing back then for 2013 and the Shield. And I will forever be a Shield guy. Forever and never and never. Like, I don't care. I'm always gonna be a Shield guy. I'm always gonna pray to God that they reform, even though it'll never happen. Who knows? We say many things. Okay, what should we do? What should we do? Was that the pre-show? Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Alright, you know what? Next match was Mark Henry versus Ryback. Nobody cares. Ryback debuted, beat Mark Henry. No, wait. Mark Henry beat Ryback, which was kind of dumb. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you're gonna do that, of course later on, Ryback would become a dumbass piece of shit, but, who cares? Mark Henry picks up the win. When I was watching it, I thought, okay, I'm gonna be on my phone, like, okay. But, like, I was kind of entertained. Like, alright. I was pretty entertained. A newcomer back then, like Ryback, picks up the win and cements himself as the next big thing in this industry. Go on to become multi-time world champion. The next massive thing. Nope. He got fired. Of course he did. And then went back online to talk shit. Because why not? Oh my god. Only Ryback. Only Ryback gives us brain tumors. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. Oh yeah, this was fun. Team Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and Biggie. And when I was watching it, alright, this will lead in. Okay, well, we're gonna talk about this match. This is gonna lead in to another point I'm gonna bring out. I was watching this match and it just hit me. It just hit me that Big E is forced to retire from WWE and the New Day has been released by WWE. What the fuck is wrong with WWE? What is wrong? What is wrong with this company? Like, what was it? Like Tuesday? Monday? I don't know. I think it was Sunday. I don't know. I literally woke up to that news. And my friend, I told her that, and it just hit me that, the New Day is not with us. Big E is sadly retired, and the New Day has been released or at least they decided to leave. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care, dude. I am so burned out on the current industry of wrestling that it genuinely makes my damn mind hurt. But dude, that was heartbreaking, Okay, so I watched this match. It's a bittersweet feeling for me watching it, and now knowing that Big E is done, and now Xavier and Kofi are no longer with the company. So I was watching it with a bittersweet taste in my mouth. I don't know. I think Team Hell No picked up the win, and it just goes to show you that 13 years really, really flew by. Really, really flew by. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna defend this WrestleMania. I'm not gonna, go out to the world and, make people believe that this is the best show ever. No, it wasn't. But WrestleMania 29 will hold a special place in my heart. Man, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that the New Day is no longer with us, that they're released by WWE and all that bullshit and TKO. Alright, what was the next match? Oh yeah, we gotta. Speaking of shit that didn't age well, oh my god, we got a P. Diddy concert. Oh my god. My mom is gonna. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. This didn't age well. I was watching it and I'm like, could you imagine? I talked about it and oh my god. Alright, we get to the P. Diddy segment, the stupid concert. Alright. No baby oil you needed. And can we just move on now? Let's just move on. Shit didn't age well. Oh wait, we have Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. Oh my god. Speaking of shit that didn't age well. Okay. I don't need to say anymore. Dario beats Swagger. Oh god. We got a P. Diddy concert segment and Abuser and Alberto Del Rio. I was watching it thinking about what I was gonna say for the YouTube video. I'm like, how can I spin this? How can I spin this shit? Oh my god. Alright, can we get back to normalcy, please? Alberto beats Swagger, nobody cares. I genuinely don't care. Alright. Now we can just move on. Now we can just move on. Okay. Alright, back to normal and back to my... Got to that bullshit. Alright. Back to reality. Back to normal. And now it's time for me to have the most butterflies I've ever had watching a wrestling match. My favorite wrestling match in the whole wide world. Now, shit is about to be real, and now it's time to get down to business. Undertaker going into WrestleMania 29. Am I gonna stop? Alright, Undertaker going into WrestleMania 29, 20-0. You guys know the iconic story. 20-0. Paul Bear's passing struck a lightning in the wrestling world, and the CM Punk's dumbass mind, they decided to go out and have in my opinion, the greatest match I've ever seen. I'm not dumb. I've seen better matches, but this shit, my favorite match of all time. Hands down. Nothing's touching it. It's Undertaker's last match before, 21-1 when Brock Lesnar defeated the streak. But, watching this match every time, it's a bittersweet moment for me. Watching the incredible two entrances that they had. CM Punk coming out to Living Color and a badass live version of Cult of Personality, followed up by The Undertaker's incredible entrance. Followed up by The Undertaker's incredible demon-like entrance. What more can you ask for? What more? Look at this. How do you not say no to this? Look at this. How do you not say no to this? This is by far my favorite Taker entrance of all time. Hands down. With the hands and the white silhouette with the black silhouette with the white background and smoke and fire and entertainment, and it's like Christmas in April. I will forever consider this my favorite match in the whole world. And they just, tore the house down. CM Punk, pissed off as he could ever be, still wanting to prove the company that he is the best in the world, and they had nothing to lose. and they went out to have a generational classic that I will always put up as, to me, the greatest match I've ever seen. Like, dude, look at this. Look at this. How do you not say no? Oh my god. Good lord. Jesus. Yeah, obviously people do consider that match the match that saved that WrestleMania. And I agree, because that match, I might watch it again. I swear to God. I might watch it again. Man. Oh, now we have Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, which was way better than I remembered. You know, Brock Lesnar trying to beat the shit out of Triple H for burying people and possibly end his career. That was the story. Dude, that was a badass story thinking about it. Of course, Triple H cannot put anyone over. Fuck. Alright, Hunter, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. He obviously wasn't gonna retire that night, and the match was pretty good. Whew. Alright, number good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for. This is it. This is it. It is time for once in a lifetime. Wait, what? It already happened before? It already happened before? Oh shit, what the hell's the point now? Alright. Twice in a lifetime. Okay, to my credit, my first WrestleMania, I did not know what once in a lifetime even was, not knowing that they had a match prior, the year prior. I thought this was like, you know, it was a once in a lifetime for me. It was my first ever main event I've ever watched. And it just so happens to be the start of my fandom for this man. And The Rock is there too. Man, I remember watching my first main event, hoping that John Cena would win. I remember I was small. I thought his hat looked so cool. His yellow t-shirt with the wristbands. You know what? Wow. Like any other child would fall in love with Cena. That's how I was. You know, Cena as the challenger, Rock as the champion, and I do gotta say that this match was way better than the original, the first one. And not knowing that they had a match prior, you know, made it more special for me. Still not knowing what the fuck was going on. Still thinking that wrestling was fully real. Still thinking that every time that John Cena lost, I thought he died, you know. Every 7-year-old's dream. Not to see your hero die. Man. Yeah, this match was better than the original. They go back and forth. They have a great match. You know, reversals. Stolen finishers. At the end of the day, with 70,000, 80,000 people booing the shit out of Cena. Cena wins. I didn't care. I got to see my first John Cena main event. And last year I got to go see his last. Wow. So all in all, this WrestleMania is very near and dear to my heart. You know, I was watching it a couple of days ago, you know, thinking about a concept of how I can do a fun little review, turn into be a stupid TED talk about WrestleMania. But anyway, I mean, I was just like watching it lying down and really thinking about, like, man, 13 years really flew. 13 years really flew, and if it wasn't for my mom meeting my stepdad, I would meet my stepfather for the first time ever on a Monday night, which is raw back then, well, it still is. On a Monday night, got to meet my incredible step siblings, who I still talk to, kind of, not really. But it just goes to show that I got to step back and realize that, you know, I got to realize where my wrestling fandom came from. And it came from my stepfather. And if it wasn't for him, I would not be, you know, having a dream to chase or, you know, fantasizing over this crazy, incredible world known as professional wrestling. And yeah, just and now thinking about it, like thinking about like John Cena's retirement and, you know, Brock Lesnar's and AJ Styles' retirement really hit hard to me, at least. Like, because obviously Cena's was gonna hit hard, but like we were prepared. We had a full year to say goodbye to Cena. I thought we were gonna get a full year for AJ Styles. Like that, and then it ended in January, and I'm right now I'm burnt out on wrestling. But it just goes to show that, you know, don't forget where you started. Don't forget your first moments about finding what you love, and yeah. If it wasn't for a Monday night meeting my stepfather, this shit would not happen. But, you know, we're all doing good now. I still keep up with the product still. I'm definitely gonna watch Backlash on Saturday with my family. And I thought it was pretty cool to do this video. I loved it. You know, it came out way better than, you know, I imagined, and I don't know what the future is for professional wrestling or at all. Granted, do I kind of care? Not anymore. Like, obviously, yeah, I do. I will always care about the world of wrestling. I'll never forget where I started. I'll never forget who got me into it. And, you know, I just never thought I would be making... I never thought I would be saying out loud that, you know, we had it good. And then my dad would tell me that he had it even better, which he's right, with Hogan and Macho Man and old Undertaker, and we got Cena, we got Orton, we got The Rock, AJ Styles, and now they're all taken away from us. But, you know, it's kind of cool to make this video and say that, you know, it was pretty cool to, not to say that my wrestling fandom is ever gonna end. I'm always gonna keep up to see if anything is hot. But, you know, I just never thought that I would say in a video in 2026 that we had it good. And it's crazy. This was a fun video. A bittersweet video. Yeah, it turned out way better than I imagined. So that is my fun little story time / throwback look back at WrestleMania 29. And I gotta do it. Hold on. I have to do it. I had to do it. Dude, I got this shirt. Where's my mic? I got this shirt when I was 7 years old, second grade. And I remember getting this. My first ever piece of wrestling merchandise. Look how small this is. Look at this. Look at this. It's crazy. 13 years and, still have it. I'm probably gonna hang it up somewhere. But this was a fun, bittersweet video. Hope you guys enjoy something fun. And now back to reality, which is the bullshit we're getting now. And I still hope to make more 2K26 content. Okay, no man, I don't even want to. I lied straight to your face. I don't even want to touch that game ever again. I don't want to touch it. Like, I still want to continue Showcase or whatever's left of it. And, TV off. I still want to continue it. I don't want to leave this series hanging. But damn, it's hard. That game mode is hard. Hey, but it is fun. Showcase to me is fun. But I'm gonna stick through it. I'm gonna see how far I could take Showcase. But this was so much fun. This video was so much fun to make. Great to go and look back at the fun memories of your wrestling fandom. Alright guys. Hope you enjoyed this little TED Talk about my fandom of WrestleMania 29. It was fun. It was really fun. Alright guys, I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And whatever you do, hold on. Don't tap out. Alright guys, I'm done. Thank you guys. Bye. Ah, shit.